This is our presentation for HRM2213. We are group number 5. We have Aktan, Aldaniel, Rashvin, and Wilson. So we will start our presentation on leadership and employee engagement. For introduction, employee engagement is a physical and psychological condition related to work cognitively, emotionally, and the behavior to achieve the goals of the organization. Khan explains the definition of engagement as the harnessing of organization members, themselves to work roles in engagement. People employ and express themselves physically, emotionally during the role. Next, leadership is an interpersonal influence, exercised in the situation and directed through communication processes. Toward the attainment of the specified goal, employee engagement is a key factor for organizational growth. Growth and success of an organization depends on the drive of its people's leadership as well.
And now I'm going to talk about the importance of employee engagement. The first importance of employee engagement is it helps the organization to understand employee needs, as well as identify ways to improve morale and create better work environments for the employees. According to Wickham, employee engagement is the strength of the mental and emotional connection employees feel toward their place of work. Because engaged employees are more connected to their workplaces, they are more aware of their surroundings. And the second importance of employee engagement is engaged employees make fewer mistakes. According to a new survey released by Microsoft, the pandemic increased the focus on employee engagement. In this highly transformative period, businesses are not just changing how and where employees work. They are finally realizing that employees play an increasingly important role in the success of the business and digital transformation overall. How do we know that employee engagement is important? Even before the pandemic, it was clear that a lack of engagement could cost American companies up to $550 billion per year in things like increased turnover and lack of employee productivity. Therefore, disengaged employees make mistakes 60% more often than engaged employees do. And now 2.2, the theory about the employee engagement is the Herzberg two-factor theory. Now Aktan is going to present about the motivators part.
So one of the ways to improve job satisfaction is to improve factors on motivator side. For example, like achievement, recognition, the nature of the job, advancement, and personal growth. The motivator factor here, as you can see, is more related towards emotional needs. So it is very important for management to strive to make the job more meaningful, enlarge opportunities for employees to advance, and give employees deserved recognition.
And the second part is hygiene. When it absent, it demotivates the employee and is related to job context such as benefits, working conditions, type of supervision, salary, and company policies. And now I'm going to talk about the benefits that brings to the organization. The benefit of improved employee engagement is employees have a happier and healthier working environment. Highly engaged organizations don't have to resort to mechanisms like peer pressure, termination, or other high-stress behaviors to motivate employees. Instead, this organization use practices like employee recognition, one-on-one meetings, and 360-degree feedback to drive the performance. And the second benefit is good organizational performance. Good organizational performance will help the employers to increase their revenue. It is because the engaged employee had positive behavior towards the organization, as they are often the ones who believe strongly in the company's mission and vision. This attitude makes them work harder and proactively to reach their goals. Higher productivity and efficiency are key benefits of employee engagement for the employers.
While implementing the right policies to improve employee engagement, the management may face issues like, first, lack of transparency. The lack of honesty and open communication between employees and management would undermine trust between them, which would demotivate employees and hurt chances of improving employee engagement. And another point is the poor work-life balance that the company has. Higher management still has the tendency to call their employees to work outside office hours, which greatly interferes with their personal lives, which can make them overworked or burnt out.
And here's an example of organization practices to illustrate employee engagement. The first one is Twitter. The Twitter focus on the core. Traditional employee engagement efforts often fail because they are complicated and problematic. Twitter values simplicity, which is why it developed just 5 core skills that every employee is working toward. The 5 core skills is communication, development, direction, change, and collaboration. Twitter wants people to learn every day. Establishing core skills focus on helps employee with a context for doing so. And the second one is Google. Nowadays, the napping is now front and center in modern day companies focus on employee health and employee engagement as a driver of productivity and bottom line results. Google have all embraced napping as on-the-job work because they believe the napping is for better employee health and employee engagement.
So as for the recommendation that the manager can get to do, is first to establish open communication. It is important that leaders be transparent, giving honest news about the company's progress, and having traits like being good listener would really help in making employees feel valued and respected. It's important that the management needs to be honest in revealing the company's goals and frequently give out news to keep employees in the right track together. And the second recommendation is to implement flexibility. Options like remote working or flexible schedules suited to the employees' needs help to foster a healthy work-life balance. The improved job satisfaction helps keep employees engaged on the job. This tells that the management cares about the employees' well-being, which makes them feel respected and keeps them engaged on the job.
Moving on into leadership. So, the importance of leadership, according to Cohen in 1990, leadership is the art of influencing others to their maximum performance to accomplish any task, objective, or project. Other than that, another importance would be managing people. According to Joseph, it is important to manage people. It is important to adjust to different styles based on different circumstances, because different people have different goals, needs, values, and interests. Now, moving on to Luigi. Leaders offer guidance to all members of the team to ensure they are fulfilling their roles. This means effective leaders ensure that team morale remains high and that workers are motivated to perform very well. Moving on to relevant HR theory.
So the relevant HR theory is effective employees' voices can only be attained by perfect leadership and perfect training, along with trust and openness. And in regards to leadership, the manager of a company need to actively encourage their employees to give feedback or voice out, whether regarding work or even personal life. So even if the employees do not feel comfortable of voicing out or giving feedback, then managers should actually set up an example by actually speaking out from themselves by any dissatisfaction or anything less by the organization. So this may encourage or may lead the employees that are going through trouble to actually speak out and give some feedback. And also, managers should actually hire employee representative to represent all the employees, for example, like a supervisor. So the ability, so that supervisor can actually look out for all the remaining employees and seek for feedbacks or voice out, and not just to be the yes man to the manager. And next would be the benefit that leadership will bring to the organization. So one of it is you can assist in the implementation of the vision and value of a company. So a strong leader ensures staffs are reminded of an organization's vision and values and remind them to implement it into their daily action. So this vision and daily values can actually motivate the employees on reaching their daily target, for example. And next will be a competent leader or a strong leader will ensure effective communication reaches everyone via email or staff meeting, and hearing it from a point of authority will diffuse any doubt to whether the news is true or not. So a proper leader will actually go ahead and communicate with staff directly through emails or texts or staff meetings, just to get feedbacks and news from the other employees. And next will be strong organizational leader will encourage people, whether through words of motivation or opportunities for promotion, or by the establishment of schemes and reward system that benefits all employees. So in a way, encouraging your employees through motivating them or giving them opportunity of promotions or schemes and reward, for example, as increment in salary or bonuses will boost the morale of the employees. And next, every employees need the proper tools to complete their work efficiently, and a competent leader will see that these are made available to the whole organization. By doing this, they will actually demonstrate their concerns for their colleague ability to generate high quality work and commitment to maintain their standards. Back to Aldenia.
Thank you. So, challenges of implementing new initiatives in leadership within the organization. So the first challenge would be motivating employees. We have to understand that some employees may not be interested in joining new initiatives. They might feel like, oh, I just come to work just to go home, get my salary at the end of the month, everything is okay. So we have to deal with that. Next, not every employee will give their all. Some employees are unmotivated to join new things. They are too tired to learn new stuff. But all of this could be overcome by tapping into their internal drives. This means we can try to offer rewards to them to join, and as well as make them feel more a benefit to joining the new initiatives. Next would be, the other challenge would be retaining talent. So the Great Resignation. This is an era of the Great Resignation where most people resign from their jobs because employees can no longer tolerate stressful jobs, time-intensive jobs. They feel underappreciated, and the job does not fit their desired lifestyle. So it is quite a gamble for employees to train new employees just in case that they want to leave the organization earlier than expected. Next will be the examples of organization practices.
Okay, thank you. And so coming back to the examples of organization practices, so one of the company or organization that I actually choose was Google. So while explaining on that, at Google, the leaders actually prioritize the needs of each individual and cultivate a specific skills. So for example, if an IT, if he is specialized in coding, so Google actually go all in just to cultivate his skills on coding, which can help them massively. And next, Google also focuses on the study of human nature and respect or appreciate their employees the way they would their customer. This shows that Google actually treat their employees the way they treat their consumers. So in a way, this will actually give a lot of motivations to the employees of Google. And next, Google believes that a comfortable workplace is an important method of maintaining employee satisfaction. And next, the leaders of Google also encourage their employee to work freely and creatively. So while doing this, allowing employees to work freely and creatively, this will give them a lot of room and space, which actually boosts their creativity on their job. So, and next, the board of directors have adopted a unique organizational structure by promoting loyalty and innovation. Next, Google also believes that a good culture builds a healthy environment for the employees to work in and assist in the adaptation to various changing conditions. So this shows that Google actually believes that the well-being of the employees and the comfortability of the employees is really important to actually get the full creativity out of the employees. So that's it from me. And next,
talking about the recommendations on actions that can be taken. So first of all, we can look into developing new leaders. This includes creating programs for them. We can create these coaching and mentoring programs to develop new leaders. So for coaching programs, this can enhance awareness and it can be standardized. So mentoring programs instead is slightly different, where the coach or the leader will give the experience. This only can be achieved if the certain coach has the knowledge required. Next, other than that, another recommendation that can be taken would be practicing democratic leadership. This is also known as participative leadership and also a shared leadership. It's a leadership where all the members will participate in the decision-making process. So this would improve productivity and help the employees to contribute more to the organization. Every member will feel like they have contributed something to the discussion. Next, we can teach various styles to our leaders so that we can work better with our employees. So when we teach the various approaches of leadership styles, we can improve their team chemistry, their level of communication between the employees and leaders. And by understanding the different approaches, this can help leaders to become more effective through comprehending how and why do what they do, as well as helping them identify where and when they need to adapt their style. So these are the three. Next, I think we can move on to the conclusion.
Thank you, Adenu. And now in conclusion, employee engagement is an important concept to organizational leaders and employees alike. Through the review of importance, definition, theory, and outcomes of employee engagement, organizational leaders and employees have to focus on employee engagement because employee engagement refers to employees' physical, cognitive, and emotional input in the work. Employee engagement will help the employees make more goals in their careers and let them understand their contribution to organization success. And all successful organizations need effective leaders. Leaders are invaluable in formulating and communicating new strategic directions, ensuring work is followed, and employees can work together much more effectively. Employee engagement comes hand in hand with leadership, creating a positive correlation where all variables increase in tandem. This creates a feedback loop. And that's all. And this is the reference list. And that's all our presentation. Thank you.